Yassin Yass, 34 years of age. He's originally from Wanganui, my hometown. Similar in height. Yass has more fight experience narrowly. And Taumalolo, though, a very, very good win ratio.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is quarterfinal fight number 3 in Wildlife's King of the Ring, the welterweights. This fight is brought to you by Cocoa Fuel. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing orange trunks with white and black trim. He weighed in at 67.7 kgs. He has recently locked down the local scene. Therefore, he got the big call up here tonight, representing Beyond Muay Thai in Auckland with 9 wins, 3 losses. One of his wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Ale Taumalolo. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, enters the ring wearing red trunks with gold and silver trim. He's the WMC North Island and New Zealand WKO welterweight champion, representing Dynamite Thai Boxing in Auckland. Ladies and gentlemen, with 11 wins, 6 losses, 3 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Yassin, the Assassin, Yass! Fighters to the center ring, please, for the Rebel John Conway's instructions.
All right, guys, first of all, you both must be able to protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my instructions when I call break. Stop throwing, step away from each other until I say fight. Shake them up. Best of luck.
Plenty of respect between these two boys. Ale Taumalolo, the man with the peroxided hair. Yassin Yass, a little bit more ink on his body with the Māori tattoos on his back. Yass has got 6 losses under his belts, but they have come against very, very good opposition in Australia and China. And of course, there was a recent loss to Sam Hill, so there's no shame in that. That's all about who you fight on the way up, Dan.
Yeah, I was there that last fight out in Te Atatu when he fought Sam Hill, and it was a gritty performance. He came on strong at the end. I believe it was a 5-rounder. So he's got gas coming out of his ears.
All good to go. Red, good to go.
Now that was a full Muay Thai
Round 1
bout, so it'll be interesting to see how he adapts. Yassin Yass can start a little slow, and that's where Taumalolo, I expect him to start quite quickly. Taumalolo with the engaged shorts there, uses a right hand and a probing left hand, heavy leg kick. Both boys striated quadriceps in good nick. Nice little combination from the assassin. Yassin Yass, the man in the red shorts. He's on the right of your screen currently. Taumalolo in the orange engaged shorts. Both boys taking a bit of punch. There's a step over right hand. He's called it a slip. I'll be interested to see that in the replay. Just faked the low kick and stepped over with it, yes. Just caught him napping a little. Nice little knee check there from Taumalolo to stop Yass from throwing the knee of his own.
There's been a good feeling out process in this round where both boys are trying to just find the range off the low kick. They're just trying to find their opponent, see what he's about, try to make some reads. Taumalolo seems to be picking things up here.
Taumalolo switched there into the southpaw stance. Oh, Yass got hit with, I think it might have been a body shot to the knee earlier. Really feeling it.
6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Look for Taumalolo to, use that teep, come back to the body again.
Yeah, he's gone straight to the body, so it was definitely a body shot. Just missed it here. Hopefully our cameraman will catch that for us in between rounds. Yassin Yass, just a little sweep there. Taumalolo now, he's well ahead. That's an automatic 10-8 round, unless Yassin Yass can get it back. Still a minute to go, and that's the first round of our 3rd quarterfinal. Ale Taumalolo, he started off well. Yes, he's not a heavy puncher. Lands a straight knee there.
Taumalolo there looking for the knee up the middle. He's trying to finish him off. You know, it takes a very long time for the body to recover. So if he can get on the inside, land one of those knees, it'll be very hard for Yass to withstand that.
And of course, quarterfinal rules, if you have 2 knockdowns in a round, the fight, or 2 8 counts in a round, the fight is called. So Taumalolo, though, he is dropping his head on occasion. He's there for an uppercut or a knee if Yass can find it. There's that step over right hand that he throws. Both of these boys, slightly unorthodox styles. Yass for mine, that was a sweep, he missed with the straight left. Yass for mine just needs a little bit more acid on his shots to keep Taumalolo off, to dissuade him from coming into his range.
End of round 1.
And right on cue he does it, but that still remains a 10-8 round for Ale Taumalolo. And he can feel very confident as he heads back into the corner. We're just waiting for the replays to come up as we look in the corner.
I know you're trying to save energy, but this isn't the way to do it, right? Be sure about what you're throwing, right? Step through your left knee. Left knee broken last time. Make sure it's one punch. You gotta set up better.
Yeah, Taumalolo. Oh, there's a big overhand right
Seconds
there.
out
Yeah,
for
that
round
was
2.
called a switch, but it's definitely a punch which knocked him to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he wasn't rocked, but I probably would have given that an 8 count legitimately. And we saw there the knee that Yassin Yass caught right in the floaters.
Let's go. Time on!
And
Round 2.
I believe that was off the stance switching of Taumalolo. You know, he was orthodox. He then changed to southpaw and ran the knee up. Yass, not realizing he had changed that stance and didn't pick up on it.
And you see there, he does it quite nicely too. He disguises it and he throws a decent straight left hand from southpaw. And
yeah, there we go again, straight off.
And that was Yass stepping over himself there. But you can see Yass he doesn't like those shots to the body there. Once again, he's just backing off there, and you notice the right elbow dropped. But Yass doesn't have a lot of pepper in his shots. He really needs to put some sting in there to get some respect from Taumalolo. Nice uppercut there. It's the kind of work he needs to do. Not quite as technical as our earlier bouts, but 2 very unorthodox competitors here. They throw things off beat. They throw them in an unusual manner. And that can take a bit of time to figure out. Taumalolo, again, he switched to southpaw momentarily there. Yassin Yass, like to see him just do a bit of work with his lead hand. Little rattle up of the Fairy Tinklers. Both boys acknowledged it. That's a heavy right hand from Yass, but landed a left hook as well. He took it. But I don't think he's got enough pepper to hurt Taumalolo. Those are some pretty solid shots, and Taumalolo, he had his head rocked back, but didn't do a lot else.
Yeah, both boys are kind of struggling to find at which range they're finding the most success. Yes, it's definitely with the punches he's got the advantage. Taumalolo with the knees when he gets in the clinch, and that low kick on the outside. They're just struggling to find their rhythm against each other.
Yeah, Taumalolo, though, I suspect, garnering a little more judges' attention. He just looks to have more acid in what he throws. A little more power, a little more impact. And you need to score on these close rounds damage. And there's that heavy leg kick that the Hangman talked about. Straight right hand there, right on the button. But again, Taumalolo took it very well, gobbling those punches from Yass straight up.
So if Taumalolo wants a little more success, he should be throwing those kicks on the outside, then trying to get into the clinch. But he's trying to knee from kicking range, and that's opening up the boxing of Yassin Yass.
There's another right hand there. Oh, Yass coming back into this round.
End of round 2.
Be interesting interesting to see how the judges score that, because Yass did score some very nice clean shots. Let's head into the corners and see what the coaches have to say. Okay, there's those leaping knees. In that case, Taumalolo was able to land his hands off the leaping knee, but a lot of this round we saw Yass doing exactly as Dan Hooker mentioned. Taumalolo launches himself, falls off balance, and Yass with the half step back and counter shot. Heading into the third and final round of this, our third quarter-final.
All right, seconds down for the third and final round.
When he has his turn, make him miss, make him pay, move off.
This is the third and final round. Yassin Yass still behind. Even if he took that second round,
Let's go, guys.
he has a long way to go. Would have been a 10-8 first round. So Yass needs a knockdown to even up the lead jump. And a dominant winning round will get him a draw. Just not quite the quick twitch that we need there. Taumalolo going low to the back leg. Probing with his lead hand. Yass looking for that counter right hand.
Fight!
Caught the kick well there.
Took a couple of rounds, but the boys seem to have found their rhythm now. They've found where they're getting their most success, and they're landing some clean shots on each other.
Yeah, both boys have got the rhythm. They've started to get the reads as well. But Yass is the man who has a lot of work to do.
Good, you're right.
Once again, just rattled downstairs in the Fairy Makers. And if I was Taumalolo, I'd be throwing straight to the body after that. That's a nice counter right hand from Yass. Took the first shot on the gloves. He needs to do more though. There's a left knee from him. Taumalolo nodding his head in acknowledgement. And he has to be cautious himself. Yass is one of those guys who seems to get better as the rounds go on. A wild spinning back fist. Bit of claret coming from the nose of Taumalolo. Anything you can do, I can do better. As he answers with a spinning back fist of his own. Yassin Yass really brought the whole house with that fake. Lead leg teep there. Came off well with the fake and the 1-2.
It's really been the boxing of Yassin Yass in this third round that's giving him the advantage coming into this third round. The right hand, to be more specifically, has landed clean a few times on Taumalolo.
Yeah, we've seen the sweat fly off the peroxided brow of Taumalolo. Yeah, starting to use some nice angles there, turning out there and creating the angle. And again, nice right hand. Taumalolo, I think that is fatigue starting to come in for him. He ate a big uppercut there. Got Yass coming out of the clinch. They caught him with the left hook. And the knee again. Another right hand from Yass. Right on the shoulder of Taumalolo. I think that's out of his own nostrils. No touching of gloves from Taumalolo. Teep there to the body. And another one. I think that one hurt Yassin Yass once again. He's buckled and doubled over. Weakness to the body, just as Yass was looking to come back into the third round. He may have sustained an injury earlier on from that early shot in the first.
End of round 3. Round of applause for our
Going to the
warriors.
judges will be academic. The body work of Taumalolo will see him home. 2-8 counts. Both from body shots to the right-hand side of Yassin Yass's body. He had some really good success with his boxing. Started to find his range well. Landed some beautiful teeps, but as the round wore on, Taumalolo just landed that shot to the breadbasket. You see the grimace from Yassin Yass. Doubled him up, and he was very uncomfortable indeed.
Fighters to the center ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision where we find a unanimous decision winner. For your winner, going on to the semifinals a little bit later on here tonight, fighting out of the blue corner,